What made you finally stop being the nice one in your family? My nephew Kevin always said I was his favorite aunt. I was his cheapest line of credit, is what I was. For 10 years, he'd been coming to me with his hand out. It started small, a few $100s for car repairs. Then it became thousands for a series of brilliant startup ideas that never went anywhere. He was charming, and I was lonely. I wanted to believe in him. The problem was, he never paid a cent back. Every time I gently asked, he'd turn it around on me, making me feel guilty for not supporting his dreams. He owed me over $30,000, nearly all of my emergency savings. The final straw came when he announced his engagement. His fiancée, Amelia, was from a very wealthy and respected family. A week after the announcement, Kevin came to me for another $5,000. "It's for the perfect engagement ring," he said, his eyes wide with sincerity. "Amelia deserves the best." When I told him I couldn't, he sighed dramatically. "Aunt Carol, this marriage is going to be good for the whole family. Think of it as your final investment in me." The way he said investment made my blood run cold. He didn't see me as family, he saw me as a resource to be tapped. That night, I went to the old wooden desk in my study. I pulled out a small, floral-patterned ledger. For 10 years, I had documented every single loan, every date, every amount, every broken promise. I called it my Kevin Ledger. It was supposed to be for my own records, a sad little diary of my own foolishness. But as I looked at the neat columns and the decade of deceit they represented, I realized it was something else entirely. It was evidence. I spent the next week preparing. I photocopied every page of the ledger. I printed out the text messages where he promised repayment. I even made copies of the 2 checks he'd given me over the years that had bounced. I organized everything into a neat, professional binder with a simple label on the front, Kevin's Seed Capital. At the lavish engagement party at Amelia's family estate, I was the picture of a sweet, doting old aunt. I waited until the toasts. Amelia's father, a stern-looking man with a kind smile, stood up and raised his glass. He spoke about welcoming such an upstanding, self-made young man into their family. As the applause died down, I quietly walked over to him. I didn't raise my voice, I just smiled warmly and handed him the binder. "I'm so glad Kevin has found such a supportive family," I said. "This is a record of all the seed money I've invested in him over the years. I'm sure he'll want you to see the foundation of his success." The man looked confused but opened the binder. I watched his smile vanish. He flipped a page, then another. His eyes widened. He looked from the pages to Kevin, who had gone the color of chalk, and then he looked at his daughter with an expression of pure, unadulterated horror. My sister called me the next day, screaming that I had ruined her son's life. The wedding was officially